If you're an older male or lower voice type and it feels like you can't get out of heavy chest voice without cracking or the voice just flipping to nothing, you're not losing your voice. This is simply your aging voice acting like an aging instrument. And no, this doesn't mean that you can't get your high notes back. It means you have to stop treating your 65-year-old voice like your 35-year-old voice. Let me know if this sounds familiar. You go for a higher note and it feels like there's an anchor on your chest voice. And if you try and bring that chest voice up, your throat grabs and the note splats or it cracks. If you try to go lighter, it flips to this super light, unreliable sound. It doesn't even feel like you're really singing. And the more you push and pull the voice, the heavier the voice feels. So you push more, which makes it heavier, which makes you push again. That's the overload cycle. Let's get you out of that cycle once and for all. My name is John Henny. I've been a voice teacher for over 30 years. I've written 5 best-selling books on the voice, and I'm the founder of VoiceSchool.com. Let's talk about what's really going on in the instrument. As we age, the muscles in the whole singing system weaken, just like the rest of the body. The inner muscles that make up the bulk of the vocal folds can atrophy. The surface of the folds can thin and even start to bow, so they don't meet as cleanly. The joints and cartilage that need to move freely for pitch, especially for higher notes, get stiffer. And some of that tissue literally hardens over time. We add in thicker phlegm, more dryness, and it's harder to get clean vibration and easy resonance on the top notes. So if the top notes feel harder than they did in your 20s and 30s, well, that's because they are. Now, your nervous system wants to help you. Unfortunately, it usually helps in the wrong way. Instead of letting the vocal folds vibrate more freely, the body starts pressing. You get extra squeeze right at the folds. The swallowing muscles start coming in. The neck, the jaw, the tongue all try to stabilize the voice. At the same time, acoustically, you feel less secure on those high notes. You don't feel the same ring and resonance you used to. So you unconsciously move towards a shouting configuration just to feel something, to hang on to something. The combination of shouty resonance and overloaded vocal folds is the recipe for high note disaster. So if you feel like your voice is an anchor that just gets heavier the more you pull, that's exactly what's going on. Here's the hard truth, but also the good news. If you're chasing your voice from 30 years ago, you're going to stay stuck in this overload heaviness cycle. You do not have the same instrument. The hardware has changed. That's not some failure on your part. That is biology. What we want to do is lighten the voice first, even if this feels like a step backward. As we rebuild and retune these coordinations for the voice you have now, we can absolutely bring back more intensity. But it has to be balanced intensity that uses efficiency and resonance, not brute force. And that also means a mindset shift. This heavier, older instrument cannot be run at 90 to 100% all the time. Your new target needs to be more 50 to 70% effort. If 100% feels like I'm white knuckling and hoping for the best, we don't want to live there. Now, this is not a 3-day fix. In movement training, high-level coordinations tend to take months to really set in. I want you to think in terms of roughly 6 months of consistent work, not a few weeks. The good news is, though, when we're older, 6 months is like a blink of an eye. Now, before I give you this plan, let me address something you might be thinking. John, I've seen variations of these exercises before, and you're right. There are not 1,000 safe magical exercises I can give to voices I've never heard, especially focusing on older, heavier ones. For mature voices, the basics are the secret. The difference is in how you do them, the range you choose, the volume you sing at, how long you do them, and how patient you are over time. I want you to stop chasing novelty. What new trick can I do? No. Instead, I want to give you a very small set of core drills that, done correctly, can literally rewire how your voice responds. Now, if you'd like to go deeper into rebuilding and revitalizing the older voice, I have put a whole plan in my Mature Singers Guidebook, and I'll show you how to grab that for free at the end of the video. So here's the plan. First, we have to calm the system down. Straw exercises, lip trills are essential. If you have a straw handy, fantastic. If you have a glass of water to use the straw in, even better. But if not, a gentle lip trill will do. So I use the Dr. Vox, which is essentially a straw in water. And what we're going to do is slide around on a comfortable sound through the straw, or an easy lip trill. And we're going to go up and down on a comfortable range, starting below where things usually go wrong. Keep it quiet and smooth, say about 50% effort. If it starts feeling difficult, you've gone too high or too loud. Back it down. This is about reintroducing airflow and vibration and letting go of that anchor feeling. Next, we're going to sneak towards the passaggio, that mix, that transition area, but in a safer way. We're going to take the word one and just gently say it. One, like you're somewhat surprised to see someone and their name is One. 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 That's it. We're going to slowly, gently take this a little higher. So we'll start here. One. One, 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 one. There we go. We'll just talk it. One. Just touch it. One. One, 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 one. One. One, 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 one. Take that up as high as feels comfortable. As you get into the transition area, watch that it doesn't want to one, that the squeeze, the wide vowel, the shout doesn't creep in. It's just one. One, 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 one. Touch it. One. One, 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 one. When it gets heavy, go back down. Even better, go back to the lip bubbles in the straw to feel that ease. And then, between these exercises, we can do some nice glides. Oh, just to stretch everything. Oh, do a few of those, and then we move on to the third exercise. Next, we're going to take a slightly longer scale pattern, and we're going to say buh, as in book. That B and that vowel are fantastic for dropping the larynx. And that keeps us out of that shout, that grab. So just say it for me, nice and easy. Buh, buh. We'll use this simple scale. Buh, 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 buh. Just half step higher. Buh, 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 buh. Now, for heavier, older voices, even as soon as middle C, the body can start to want to lock up. And it usually does it by spreading the vowel. Buh, 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 buh. Watch out for that. It's buh, 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 buh. Don't let that buh change. Buh, 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 buh. That's it. Take it as high as is comfortable, and then move it back down. Now, here's how this can look over the next 6 months. 3 to 5 minutes of straw or lip bubbles to depressurize, to get the vocal folds moving. Then do a few glide stretches. Then 3 to 5 minutes of the one exercise. Keep that easy. Stay under the I'm about to push red line. Do some glides and then 3 to 5 minutes of the buh. Now, as this gets comfortable, as it stays balanced, you can start moving from 50 to 70%. If you do this for 10 to 15 minutes a day, most days of the week, and you stay out of that 100% zone, you keep it boringly easy, you give your voice a chance to relearn. The goal is not to sound like you did at 25. The goal is to have a responsive, expressive instrument at the age you are now, with high notes that don't feel like you're lifting 300 pounds. Look, it's absolutely okay. Your instrument has changed. Change is a constant part of life. You don't expect to sprint at 70 like you did at 25, but with practice, smart work, you can still move beautifully, powerfully, and safely if you can accept the experience of aging, accept the process, and you're willing to give a few months of patient, focused work with these basics. You can rewire your voice and get those high notes back with a lot more ease. Now, if you would like more exercises, more in-depth steps to revitalize your voice, you can get my best-selling book, The Mature Singer's Guidebook, as a free download using the link in the description. Grab that and you'll be well on your way to revitalizing your voice. And if some point you would like to be personally mentored and guided through this journey, check out VoiceSchool.com, where you can work with me and my voice experts. We'll talk soon. You take care.